Is it not doing this? It's saying it's live, but it's not.
It says we're live.
I know, but it's saying preparing here, and then it gets to the end of the bit where it says preparing, and then it's like, no, press go live again.
Oh.
So I'm like, I don't know. Let me check my phone. I'm like, this is the only reliable method. Zoom is...
We're live. We're live. We're live. Yes, I can see it. I can see it.
Well, Zoom is like telling me...
Hi, everyone. On the replay. No, we're live. We're definitely live. I just saw it.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to bring this up and then take the sound down. I love it. It's like, you're live. I'm like, yay. Okay, perfect. Thank you guys. We got really stuck because Zoom was not being our friend today. So I'm just going to invite a couple of the people who indicated earlier that they wanted to be on the live stream. If you know anybody who should be here but who isn't here, please can you tag them so that they can get all of the juicy goodness that Katya is about to drop in this bombshell, which I'm very excited about, by the way.
Me too. I'm so happy that you're having me here. So happy.
I'm very excited. I was like, how could I not have you here? It was just too awesome an opportunity.
Well, I've prepared some of my best stuff. You've already seen my my stuff in the training, so I prepared my best stuff for you guys.
It is epic. Epic. Okay, so there we go. We are live. And I am going to do some introductions. For those of you who don't know Katya, she is, of course, the live stream queen with all of her famous hats. It's pretty amazing. I was quite excited that you're wearing one today, I'm not going to lie. So she's coming in today to talk all about live video lead generation. There were too many L's there. I was like, I feel like we should have titled this
live video lead generation.
That
could be, oh my God, live video lead generation engine. That should be a course or something.
That would be so good. So that's what she's coming in to talk to you guys about today. And she's actually rocked it out of the park because usually when I bring people in, they just kind of sit here and chat. But Katya has actually done some slides for you. So be grateful. Like I'm bowing down because I don't think I create slides for anything. So I'm like, much appreciated. But we've got Bernadine, we've got Ariana, we've got Melanie. Yay. Apparently Facebook's having some issues. If at any point you get stuck, please let us know. I'm going to be keeping an eye on my phone and comments. So if you have questions at any point, if there's anything you need, just give us a shout and we will do our best to get to you there. But Katya, the floor is yours.
Oh my goodness. Well, before I jump in to actually open the floor, I wanted to introduce you to my one of my friends here, Mr. Watermelon. And every time I bring Watermelon on my broadcast, what it usually means is give us some love, tap those hearts so that we know that you're there and you can hear us. And I want to do a roll call and tell us, everyone in the comments, where are you watching us from? Where? I am in... sunny, kind of sunny Malta, where you're going to be coming very, very soon, okay. Jess.
I'm very excited.
She's very excited. She's going to be spending some quality time here on the beach with moi. And let me know in the chat where you're from. I'm going to be able to see your comments in a second.
We've got Heidi from Dubai. We've got Heather from Chile, Ontario in Canada. Melanie from sunny and hot Madrid. I am obviously here from cold, grey Southampton. But there we go. Emma is here from York. Yay! Big up to the northern UK people. All of you.
So excited.
So it's all good.
I used to live in Leeds. For anybody, is there anybody from Leeds? I used to live in Leeds until like May this year. Before that, I lived in London, and before that, I lived in Liverpool for 4 years. That's where I went to uni. So anyone from one of the 3 L's? See, it's all about the L's. London, Liverpool, Leeds, live video lead generation. It's all coming together. Let me open some of my slides and get you in your goal. Let's see.
Yeah, Ariana's here. Western New York. Oh,
Western New York.
Well, she says Western NY. I'm like, am I missing something?
What?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool, cool, cool. Look at my fancy slides. I don't usually do slides much, but because this one is a special Prezi, we're gonna do it.
Oh.
So I'm gonna teach you guys how to fill out your calendar with highly qualified leads by simply going live, so that you can fill your calendars with my strategies, and then you can hop on Jess's strategies for closing those people.
Oh yeah.
And I have to warn you, they both work together. You can skip the lead gen part, and you can skip the conversion part. So here's how we're gonna roll for the next 45 minutes or so. So I will show you what you can achieve with live streaming, and the stuff that I'm gonna show you, I teach my private paid clients. A lot of the stuff I share here, they are paying for. So I really want to show you guys some mind-blowing stuff. Another thing is, it's all about leveraging video. It's not about using video as the only way to get sales, but it's really about leveraging it so that you can get more leads more easy. And what I'm going to show you, I'm going to give you a script, a really, really specific script, and you do not need to have a list to make use of this. As long as you have a Facebook profile, an Instagram profile, a Periscope profile, any form of these profiles, you do not need an email list to be able to book those discovery calls. And I'm also going to share with you my exact 3-step strategy that built my audience of over 66,000 entrepreneurs in the last 2 years. And at the end, we're going to share with you, me and Jess are going to share with you an opportunity to jump into the Perry 10K Mastermind, which is a live stream paid community that Jess, you joined last year, 12 months ago.
I did. It's like my anniversary.
I know. So I'm very excited to share that with you guys at the end. Oh, and I'm going to give one. I didn't tell you that, Jess, but I decided to give a prize away on the stream. So a prize at the very end. I'm going to give one of my trainings that I did with NBC talk host show Mario Armstrong. The training is called How to Build Your Brand, Get Speaking Gigs, and Make an Impact with Live Streaming. And it's a 2-hour masterclass. It's incredible. And it sells for $147. One person on this training that is live, not on replay, live, is gonna win this. And you just have to keep notes, take very careful notes, and then answer a question at the end that has to do with this presentation.
There we go. Now
very simple, right?
If I'd have known that prizes were involved, I'd have just watched. I'd have been like, oh.
I'm just gonna drop off.
Yeah, I'll just be over here. Right minutes.
I know. Now I'm gonna do opposite of what everybody else does on webinar. I'm not gonna spend 10 minutes telling you about my life story and how I was extremely poor growing up in the poorest country in Europe and blah blah blah. Like, yeah, all that may be true, but who cares? Nobody really cares about the rags to riches. What they care about is what you can do for them. So I just want to tell you why you should listen to me and why you're in good hands. And that is, I've been doing this for over 2 years as a live stream strategist, as a live video marketing expert. And I have worked with thousands of people from various different industries. What I am teaching you works not only for coaches, consultants, and experts. It also works for, it's worked for hat designers and clothing designers, and it's worked for doctors and accountants. And I have musicians as well. I have pretty much every industry that I've tried this on, and this thing works. And, I have sold over $250,000 worth of online group programs, not one-on-one coaching, group programs. And that's programs of my own and programs of my JV partners combined. And that's all just through video. And very little ad spend. Like, you're talking about maybe about £13,000 of ad spend for that many sales. So I don't think that's a lot of ad spend, to be honest, for that amount. So, and the last 12 months with everything that I'm going to teach you, my business personally cleared over 6 figures in profit, not in sales, in profit. Well, of course in sales too, but like, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. So what I'm teaching you guys is legit, and I don't believe in fake it till you make it. I believe in make it till you make it. So I just wanted you to know that you are in good hands, right?
It's always good. It's always
Exactly.
good. I'm just like, I
Exactly.
just want to get into the good stuff. That's always where I am. I'm like,
Exactly. So, before I get into the how-to stuff, I want to let you know that I have 4 prerequisites. Oh my God, I can't even say it. For success with everything I teach, with all my trainings and everything I do. And the first thing is that no matter what you do, you have to love it. If you don't love what you do, nobody's strategies are going to work. My strategies aren't going to work. Jess's sales strategies aren't going to work. You have to do what you love. And if you aren't, you're not going to get results. Yeah. The second thing that I always say to people is that, to me, excuses are for losers. And by excuses, I mean stuff like, oh, I don't have enough time to use strategy that I want to use. Oh, I don't have enough resources or enough connection or enough money. Like, it's okay if something's lacking, but I want to know, are you the type of person that always says, I don't have it, but can I find a way? Like, yeah. Do you finish your sentence at I don't have it? Or do you finish at, but is there a way to get it? And that's all that matters to me. So if you are the type of person that is always solution thinking focused, you can have success with what I teach. The other thing is, like I said, I don't believe in fake it till you make it. Even the believe it until you achieve it, I don't believe in that. I believe in you putting the work and you working on your craft, kind of like Jess. Jess has been in corporate sales for how many years, Jess?
It's now 12.
12 years. Exactly. Oh. You didn't wake up just one day and thought, oh, I'm just going to teach sales because it's lucrative. No, you did sales for over 12 years and then you decided to implement it. So I believe that you should first put the time and effort to become the best at what you do before you can go and position yourself as the expert in your industry. So what I'm going to teach you, if you're not a real expert, isn't going to help you look like a real expert. And then finally, I believe in the online space in particular that if we're not collaborating, we can't grow. So if you're the type of person that is all me, I want to do everything on my own, I don't really want to help others when I grow, then these strategies aren't going to work either. So just wanted to say that in case people are wondering.
We always are.
Exactly.
We're nosy. Exactly. We're nosy. We want to know.
And we're getting straight into the juice, guys. See, there's no 15-minute long stories or anything like that. It's literally straight to the juice.
Yay!
A lot of people ask me what's the difference between live streaming and pre-recorded video, because they both work and I use both. And the difference between both is really that live streaming allows you to do it in real time, engage with the comments, there's no editing and there's no scripting involved, because really if you had a script, it would look really unnatural. Like if I was reading from a script right now, it would pretty much feel, you would know it. You would know that I am.
It's kind of like, I want to bring up this example because I've been dying to bring up this example, so I'm sorry.
Go on.
Marie Forleo recently and Amy Porterfield started live streaming. The folios are actually recorded and edited, and Amy Porterfield's are real. And you can tell because Amy does look, or on her first view, did look slightly uncomfortable, but powered through and did it like a hero. And Marie had hers edited because nobody sweats so perfectly, Marie. Nobody does that. I did not look like that at 6 a.m. this morning. And if she does, then I'm just gutted. Apparently my sweat is just gross.
I have to say though, I do have, there's a lot of powerful stuff you can do with video editing tools and techniques that you can look like really fresh and really awesome. So but the key for live streaming is that it is really the second best thing to face-to-face meeting. The best way to sell is to really literally sit down with somebody on a table and have a conversation. But the second best way, apart from the phone call, of course, is live video because it is the closest thing to meeting someone in person. And it helps you leverage the one-to-many aspect. It's kind of like having your own stage, is having your own workshop in your local town, and you have 10, 20, 30 people come and watch you. It's exactly what it is. And that's why it's really, really powerful. Now, let me ask you this. Did you guys know that there's about 3 billion people on the internet? And there's more to come, by the way. There's more to come. 3 billion people online. On average, and I would love for you to tell me if I'm correct. If I'm correct, say yes. If I'm not, say no. I would like to say that on average, you have at least 250 Facebook friends that I don't know. If you agree with me, if you think that's true, that you have at least 250 friends that maybe I don't know or that somebody else doesn't know, type in yes. If you don't think so, type in no. That's okay. You know, not everybody would have 250, and that's fine. I know I have what, 5? I probably have 4,000. Jess, I probably have 4,750 people that I know that you don't know on my my Facebook profile. So,
I'm like, does it count that I have like 1,500 friend requests? I just haven't answered yet. I'm like, I'm really sorry to those people. I just never get around to doing it.
Oh my goodness. At some point, you don't even have the capacity to. I'm like 4th round of deleting people, and it's like, but let's just assume that's true, and let's see what you guys are saying. Heather and Heidi are saying yes. Let me tell you this. If you live streamed only 3 times a week, okay, reaching 10 new people on each, just 10. We're not talking hundreds, thousands, we're talking 10. That is, if you calculate that, 3 live streams per week times 52 weeks, times 10 new people, times the 250 new people that you can reach as well, that's 390,000 people exposed to your offers per year. Per year, not even like lifetime. That's like per year. Now, I want you to ask you, is that powerful or is that powerful? Let me know in the comments.
Awesome.
Yeah. And that's 3 per week. I'm not asking you to do 30 a day.
No.
Now, I am a big fan of numbers and actual facts and studies. And, you know, one of the best studies out there right now that exists is one made by Cisco that shows that by 2019, 80% of the internet traffic will come from video. And what that means is that only 20% of, you know, the powerful bloggers who have already built massive network without video, they're going to be the ones that survive because they already have built the audiences. But if you're not utilizing video in some shape or form, I would be really worried. I would be.
I think video is hugely powerful. We forget. I mean, I'm always saying in this group, my revenue tripled when Facebook Live came out. Like, that's a genuine statistic. Facebook Live arrived onto my crappy old Android because, you know, I'm not a member of the iPhone gang, but it arrived on my Android in May. And in June, I tripled my revenue from the month before. Like, absolutely tripled it. Because of Facebook Live, because of the relationships I was able to build with my community. And this is when Facebook Live wasn't even a thing and people didn't really get it. So imagine what you could do now.
Funny thing you say it's tripled. Well, my income, I can't say my income tripled because I literally made my first penny online because of live streaming. So I have never not done live streaming before my business. So I guess you can say my business grew 100% because of live streaming. That's funny, isn't it? That is funny. But You have 8 billion views a day on Facebook. Facebook Live is the highest engagement method, and Mark Zuckerberg is always tooting that you should be doing that because they want you to. And then you have Instagram Live as well, with they just passed over 700 million users, which is crazy. And you also have Periscope. I don't know, does any of you here still use Periscope? Because I do. And Periscope is one of those platforms that it still has a lot of viewers who just don't like Facebook. There's people who don't really like Facebook, but they do like Periscope. But let me know if any of you using it. In fact, if you are, type in Periscope. If you're not, type in nope, so that we know. And keep giving us some hearts. Remember, keep giving us some hearts. But then everyone's asking, why isn't everyone utilizing it? What's actually stopping them? Why aren't they? And there's a lot of reasons why, including people not knowing what to do, not knowing how to do it, people fearing rejection, fearing being ridiculed. There's so many reasons. And that's why I think one of the best ways to inspire people to do something is, instead of telling you that you should, I just want to give you 2 case studies from people that didn't live stream before we met, who now live stream and have completely transformed their lives. And not just like, I just grew my business a little bit. Like, they've completely transformed their lives. And I'll be looking at the comments down, you guys, so that I can also see what you're saying. But keep commenting and letting me know. So the first person I wanted to share with you is another one of my Perry 10K members, Ketchy. Now, Ketchy was one of our very first members. Back in 2015, she had no social media whatsoever. She was at zero social media. And she was one of these people that never had the intention of being on camera, was really, really shy. And what happened to Ketchy was, because she was in Perry 10K, and because, when you hang out with healthy people who eat healthy food and exercise, you know what happens? It kind of rubs off on you, and you go, you know what? I'm going to try this gym stuff too. I'm going to try be healthy too. So I think that's what happened to Ketchy. Because she was so much inspired by the other people, she started streaming. And her first broadcasts were hideous. She would say so herself. And she was just doing it just to get comfortable. And then eventually she started jumping on more and more on the Perry 10K share-a-thons and some of the other daily shows that we have. And eventually she started really, really coming through as a speaker. She's the exact example of someone who was born to speak, but had all the fears holding it back. In fact, let me ask any of you here in the chat, is there any of you here who know you are born to speak, but you haven't done it yet? Let me know down below. So what happened to her is she then and wrote a book. It was about the power of positive thinking, and she published it on Amazon. We then got together as a community. Sometimes some of our little communities are a bit like a cult, and we all come together and we started sharing her book. We all bought her book. We all promoted her book, and then she became an Amazon bestseller literally within 24 hours. And then a couple of months after, she went on and did that again, and she became a second times international bestselling author. And then listen to this. She got invited as a result of her live streams. It was as a direct result of her live streams. She got invited to be a radio host on a radio with 4 million listeners. It's a Christian radio. And that was just because of those live streams. And today she is a motivational speaker, and probably she's going to write a 3rd book. Who knows? 3 times international bestseller. Now, how does that sound? I would say so. Bernadine says she doesn't know if she's born to, but she would like to. And the fact that you acknowledge, Bernadine, that you would like to, that to me says that maybe you are born to. Because let me tell you this, Jess, and I think Jess will agree with me. If we as human beings want something, it's because we're meant to have it. If we desire something, it's because we're meant to have it. And I think if you really like to, there's a reason you want to. There's a reason there. Um, so that's catchy. I mean, I love her story, and she's always one example I use for live stream that changed her life. And then another example that I just like to use because she's just like her transformation is like mind blowing to me personally, and that is another one of my members. She's called Beth Griffith. Many of you may know her because she actually has a really thriving community. If you know Beth, type in Beth in the chat so that I know. But Beth, before before I met Beth, she was one of these people that says, nope, I could never live stream because my toddlers are really annoying and they would just scream and it would be really, really uncomfortable. And she just wouldn't do it at all. The fact that she was a mom felt like that was a barrier for her. I don't know if any of you here are moms who've ever felt like, oh my God, my children are going to be so loud. But I kind of showed her a way how she can do it with the toddler on her lap and be like, hey, own the power, own yourself, own your power as a mother, and just highlight that, use that in your broadcasts. So she started going live consistently and do more videos. As a result, she built a better relationship with her members. She grew her group to over 1,500 people. She has a Facebook group called Future Millionaires. At the time, it was called Future Millionaire Moms. So it was all about mums. And then one day, out of the blue, she offered a program through her group after all that nurturing. And literally within like 4 weeks, she made 20,000 like that. And she's like, oh my gosh, I never expected that because she's never tried to offer that. And then after she invested in Perry 10K and after she got these results, she then went on to hire me as her one-on-one coach. We're talking a 5-figure investment, and we've been working on the last couple of weeks. We've come up with her own signature program, and we have totally revamped her image and everything. And let me show you this. This is so cool. Like, this is her before picture that she had in her group. And through working together, like, if you like this, just type in wow, because I would say that's a wow. But look at this. Look at the transformation from really cute mompreneur to like a super powerful woman. And I know Jess is a huge advocate of helping women to really shine as the powerful creatures they are. And now we're working on doing more videos and more live streams. She's coming to Malta. We're going to do a lot of videos because we're planning to make anywhere between $25,000 to $100,000 for her in the next few months. And all that because of live video. I know, right? I know. I even look at them and I'm like, holy cow. So just wanted to show you guys that even if you feel like something's stopping you, I want you to know that there's people that have done it and you can do it too. And I mean, I personally use myself as a case study as well, because I've built a huge following, a profitable business. And if it wasn't for live streaming, I couldn't do it. Now, how do you actually go live to fill your calendar? This is where you're going to start to get a lot of notes. You're going to need some notes here, right? You're going to need a pen and paper here. The first thing we all have to do is we just have to pick our platform that we're going to do it on. If you have a Facebook group, a Facebook page you want to grow, then absolutely go live on that. If you have a big Instagram account, go live on that. If you have a Periscope account, like Cynthia says, she has 3,000 followers on Periscope, but hasn't done it for a year. But you can still try it. You can still try it, Cynthia. So pick your platform. Now, if you're wondering what are the benefits of Periscope versus Facebook versus Instagram, the key difference is Periscope is a platform for discoverability. Periscope doesn't prefer to show your content just to people that follow you. They show your content in general to anybody, totally random. In Facebook and Instagram, on the other hand, the algorithm prefers to show your content to people that have already engaged. So that's why it's much harder to grow on Facebook. Like I have I have maybe 15,000 followers combined on Facebook, across my page group and blah, blah, blah. And on Periscope, I have 22,000, and I grew that much easier than the Facebook following. So that's the only difference. But here's what I'll say though: Periscope is better for growth in terms of growing numbers, but Facebook is better for conversion. So Facebook is better for nurturing, for conversion, and same for Instagram. They're amazing for nurturing and actually getting people on these discovery calls. Periscope is more like to bring people to Facebook, to bring people to Instagram, So let me know what you guys would choose. Would you go live on Periscope, Facebook, or Instagram? Just type in the platform that you would like to go live below on. The next thing is you need to pick a topic and prepare your call to action. So you need to pick a topic that you're going to go live about that is related to the outcome that you help people achieve. So if you are a sales coach like Jess, then obviously her topic has to be about sales. If you are a relationship coach, your topic has to be related to getting the soulmate, or to how to get married in the next 12 months, whatever it is that your ideal client wants to do. So pick a topic, and I'll help you later on today. I have a formula that I'll actually help you pick a topic in a more strategic way. But for now, I just want you to pick a topic and to prepare your call to action, which will be book a discovery call with a link. So there'll be a link. If you have Acuity Scheduling on Calendly, make sure you have a link that they can directly book a discovery call with you. If you don't, your call to action can be book a discovery call by PMing me. If you want to go the good old way, just private message me. And then the third thing is you have to go live and deliver your content and engage with the comments. Now, I'm going to give you a script that you have to use. If you don't take a screenshot of anything else through this training, you're going to want to take a screenshot of the next slide, because I'm going to walk you through my script that I use for these kind of things. So when you're going live and when you're delivering your content, the most important thing isn't what you say in the content, it's what you say after. What you say at the end is the most important thing. And here's how it works. This is my guild script that I teach, and people have used it to create record-breaking sales. Some people in my challenge last week were able to make thousands using this in their videos. So the first thing is that you start your broadcast is, you introduce yourself. Hi, my name is blah, 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 and I'm the creator of blah, blah, blah. So I could say, hi, my name is Katya, and I'm the creator of the Perry 10K Mastermind, which is a community for live streamers and entrepreneurs, right? So introduce yourself and make sure you mention what are you the creator of. Name your coaching program here, because we want to plug it into our viewers' minds before we get to pitch it. Then you continue with, in today's broadcast, we will talk about live streaming, live video generation with live streaming for your discovery calls. Then you want to teach or share 1, 2, 3 ideas that are from your program or coaching. And feel free to mention any client stories here. So for example, today I can say, right now, earlier, I shared some of my client stories with you on this webinar, right? And I am teaching you right now an idea that I use for my clients, which is my guild script. So use this training that you're at now as a reference point to go, okay, what can I teach and what success stories can I weave in between? So that's what you do. And after that, you drop them this, and this is the script. This is where you got to take a screenshot if you have it. This is where you got to take a screenshot. It goes like this. If you got value from this free broadcast, then I want you to know that I go in so much more depth about this in my program called Perry 10K. If you want to grow and engaged, and I'm just filling my blank, put in the blank. If you want to grow your audience, influence, and impact so that you can get more sales on autopilot. Or if you want to find a soulmate of your dreams in the next 6 months, or if you want to make 7 figures in the next 3 years, whatever, then I would encourage you to book a discovery call at this link. That's it. It's a very soft, hey, if you got value from this broadcast, I want you to know I go into so much more depth in my program. If you want to achieve this result, then I'd encourage you to book a call. And that script is like the most natural, non-salesy way you could ever just present your discovery call at the end. You don't have to say, hey, book a discovery call with me. Hey, I have, you have to book right now. Like, you don't have to say that. You can just say really natural, I suggest you book a call, if that's the outcome you'd like to achieve. And it's super, super, super simple. If that script is making sense to you guys, type in script in the comments so that I know. We have Allison, who said she does Facebook and would like to try Insta and Periscope. Perfect. So thank you guys for being here. So that is a good script that I want you to try every time you go live. Every time you go live, you want to have a discovery call, I want you to try this. Yep. Now, I wanted to share with you, because I promised with you, I will share the 3. They're not really secrets. I don't know why I put secrets. Please excuse my wording. They're not really secrets, but they are the 3 big reasons that I believe I've been able to grow so quickly. And those aren't the 3 secrets necessarily that will grow you. I'm not here to tell you that, oh, if you do those 3 things, you will make 6 figures in 6 minutes. But those are the stuff that has worked for me and have worked for my clients, and I still use them to this day. And Jess, I think you agree with me that it all starts with the mindset.
Yeah, I think you have to start in the right success frame of mind, and I think you have to be able to be resilient. That's a big thing when it comes to sales, when it comes to growth. You've got to be able to be resilient. You've got to be able to handle whatever comes, and you've got to be easily adaptable in terms of your mindset, right? You can't have a bad day and then everything else goes to shit.
Exactly. And you have to also have the mindset of, I know what I'm doing. I believe in my expertise. I know that what I offer is valuable. And I want to give you a really good example of someone who does this extremely well and he doesn't even realize it. And I call this the attitude of, it's your privilege to work with me. It's your privilege for you to have the chance to hire me. And it's a very interesting mindset that I would like to demonstrate for you. Gary Vee gets paid over $100,000 to speak on stage for 1 hour. I think that's incredible. But you know what's more incredible? When Gary Vee comes off that stage and he walks across the room and goes to the event host and he shakes his hand. You know what happens? The event host goes and says, Gary, thank you so much for being here, for your time. We so appreciate you. We so appreciate you. And Gary just says, you're welcome, brother. And some of you may think, well, wait a minute, Gary, you just got paid $100,000. Shouldn't you be the one thanking them that they paid you $100,000? No, it's not, because you know what? Gary Vee knows he's worth it. He knows he's worth every single penny of that $100,000. And that mindset, that is the mindset that I want to encourage more people. Not everybody, the real experts. If you're not a real expert, you can't have that attitude. It would just smell bad from a long way. But if you are a real true expert, if you are a real successful, thriving business owner who knows, you're the real deal, I encourage you to try to implement that attitude. Because I promise you, ever since I have implemented that attitude, and by the way, I still have my own insecurities. I still compare myself to some of those people that are making 7 figures in profit. I still sometimes feel like I could be growing faster. So I'm not saying I'm perfect at this. But when I get on those live streams and when I make those videos, when I get on a phone call, I remind myself that if the person ended up working with me, it would be a privilege for them to work with me because I know that what I teach can transform their life dramatically. I just know it. I just know it. I have the case studies, I have the backing, and I believe it with every ounce of my soul that I'm able to charge $5,000 a month working with me. I'm able to charge massive amounts without feeling like, oh my God, this feels weird. So I want to invite you. I want to invite you to do this. Allison, if you missed the script, you can always go back on the replay. You can always go back to it as well. But I don't want to break the sequence for the people watching. But if you want, I can send it to you after as well. So yes, you have this permanently. Oh, there you go. There you go. So that's the first thing. If that mindset feels challenging, but you think that it's important, type in mindset in the comment. I would want to make sure you guys understand this. And I feel Jess is really good at this. Jess, in her discovery call sessions, and the way she trains you guys, she doesn't treat people like friends on the call. She treats them like, hey, I'm the expert, you're the client, you're coming to me. Right?
Yeah, exactly. Because the thing is, it's actually really irresponsible. And we've talked about that a lot in here, to do free coaching on the call and to kind of not be able to set expectation for people around what that call is going to look like. A discovery call has a purpose. It's to give somebody a breakthrough. It's to give somebody the ability to make an empowered decision. And so if we kind of go into it and we're not committed and we're like, oh, hey, mate, how's it going? Like, do you want me to like fix your marketing maybe? People are like, no, I don't. They want to rock up onto the call. They want to know that you have a clear expectation for them and for their breakthrough and for the amazing things that they're going to experience. And it doesn't come off well when you're like kind of half-assed about, oh, am I gonna set a structure? Am I gonna have a special way of doing this and making people feel valued and heard? Or am I just gonna hold back and not pitch because I'm not confident?
Exactly. So mindset is really everything. If you don't have this, nothing else will work. I promise you. And then the second thing that has really worked for me so much is consistency with creating content. Literally, if your business is brick and mortar and you have no interest in marketing yourself online, that's totally not relevant to you. But if you want to use the internet to attract clients, to attract leads, you must be consistent. And by consistent, I don't necessarily mean every day, but what I mean is that I have a library of hundreds of thousands of videos that I've done over the last 2 years. And if you go to my Facebook page, you'll see hundreds. If you go to my Periscope, you'll see hundreds. If you go to my YouTube, you'll see lots there too. So it's very easy to look me up and find out that I am not somebody that just popped out of nowhere yesterday and is just doing nothing. And that's why I want to encourage you to create more. And I have a very neat, crafty formula for you guys that will really, really help you. That is called my content hamburger formula. And it's a very, very simple but effective formula that can allow you to create really strategic headlines, really strategic content videos. And here's how it works. I want you to imagine that you have a hamburger in front of you, and hamburger has buns and it has the layers. Now that you have that in your mind, I want you to write down on a piece of paper, and you can just write one of those, but I want you to write down the 7 most common questions that somebody that may hire you could ask you. What are like the most common questions? So for example, for Jess, it could be, how do I manage the objection? I can't afford it.
Oh, that one always comes up.
That always comes up. So you want to write these down. You want to write down 7 most common questions that you get. And those will be your hamburger buns. Those will be the fluffy, bready buns. Once you have the buns, we got to put some layers in. And here's how we do it. You take every single question that you took, you turn it into a video title. So instead of being a question, how do I manage the objection? I can't afford it. You can title it, one way to manage the objection, I can't afford it. And that's your title of the video. And then what you want to do is you want to break that into 3, 4, or 5 different steps, ways, strategies. So for example, for the I can't afford it objection example, step 1 could be, why do people use the I can't afford it? Why do people say I can't afford it? What does it actually mean? Step 2 could be, who are the people that mostly say that? Like, what are some of the clues that you can look for during the call so that you can prepare and oh, this person's going to say I can't afford it. And then the third one could be, what are some strategies that you can implement to make sure that you don't have to manage that objection so that you can prepare them in advance? And then finally, some final words of wisdom of here's how to deal with the objection. You don't have to deal with it. Ta-da! And I just took one topic and I break it into 4 parts, and that created 4 separate videos that you can name part 1, part 2, part 3, and part 4. And if you do that with all 7 questions, you turn them into titles, you break them into 4 different steps or ways or strategies, that gets you 28 days or 28 weeks worth of videos that are highly relevant, that are highly lucrative for your clients, and will bring you discovery calls. It will, because the questions that you answer are highly relevant. So that is super powerful, you guys. If you think you're going to try the content hamburger formula, type in hamburger formula down below. And Cynthia wrote it down, which is really, really useful. Thank you, Cynthia. But that formula has been used by thousands of people, and it's literally the easiest way that I know that I've created as a method that is to create a video content without actually thinking about it too much. Like, it would take you 15 minutes to get your 30 days worth of content. And then the final thing that to me personally has been a massive, massive, massive reason that I have been able to have everything I have and be featured in all these magazines as a top live video strategist and have the big audience and everything, is because I have a share circle and a mastermind. And a share circle, what I mean by that is I have a group of people that we share each other's broadcasts. Like, we literally share each other's followers and we bring each other more followers. So whenever I grow, they grow too. Whenever they grow, I grow as well. And it's kind of like, for example, like right now, Jess is sharing my stuff and she's helping me with this training. Even if I get 5, 10, 50, 100 new followers, or 10 new Perry 10K members or 20 new Perry 10K members, it doesn't matter. We're collaborating and helping each other grow. And I truly believe, and Jess always talks about this. She always says how if it wasn't for the women in her network and her inner circle who share her stuff and support her and always vouch for her, things would be much harder. And I don't know about you ladies, but I'm not alone. I'm not the lone type of wolf. I don't really want to do it on my own. I don't really care about having the I did it on my own badge. Like, I don't think that's a cool badge to have. So I prefer to support others to grow, and I prefer to have them support me grow too. Together we rise, like Jess just said. Absolutely. Absolutely. those are the three things that have really, really, really exponentially helped me grow over the last few years. But there's a problem that I've noticed with all the share circles and masterminds going out there. I've noticed a problem. And some of the problems that I have seen when I look around, there's so many masterminds and so many business coaches, and I see so many things that makes me and Jess just face palm. Like we sometimes talk on our private messages, you're like, did these people just do that? Like literally.
I love this slide. I've got to say, it was like one of my favorites when I looked through.
There is a big problem in the industry. I believe that. And one of the things I see is the 5K coaches syndrome. You know, the business coaches who make $5,000 a month, coaching newbie business coaches to make $5,000 a month by selling $5,000 a month packages to newbie coaches who want to make $5,000 a month by teaching them how to sell 5K business packages. Did you get lost? Did you get lost or something? Stay with me. Actually, no, if that's one of you, you definitely don't want to be anywhere near me for sure.
It's so funny.
But it's funny. I know. And I see the trend where everybody wants to create lead generation programs at like $10,000 price points, promising you 6 figures in 6 minutes. And I can't promise you 6 figures in 6 minutes, and I don't really intend to. Another thing I see, this is a really funny. I have seen network marketers who download YouTube videos from 2010 of like a $20,000 Rolex, and then they re-upload it in 2016 as their own symbol of success and promising people the same success. And it's like, that's like the real definition of fake it till you make it. More like lie until you make it. And I see brand new experts popping out of nowhere who barely have 100 followers on Facebook, and they call themselves gurus, even though they have never even had success with it, but they're suddenly teaching it. You know, I'm teaching this.
It's a bit crazy, isn't it, really? Because like if you were going to get your heart operated on, you would go to a heart surgeon. You wouldn't go to a guy in a street who was just like, yeah, I could do it. Like, I have a knife. No problem. Like, let me just crack your chest open.
I try that. You know, I'm a bit savage. I could just, you know, hey, I want to have a boob job. Not that I want to. I'm okay. No,
That's fine. Don't worry about it, Katya, because when I come to Malta, I'll do it for you. Like, it's fine. I have some bags of flour. Yeah. Like, your skin is okay with water. It'll be fine. I'll just like put them up and shove them in.
All right, guys. When Jess comes to Malta, you're gonna see the boobs formation. The boobs formation. But yeah, I see so many things that are just not working, and it just makes me a little bit upset because I see people having to buy programs after programs after programs, and then it just turns out to be an info product. And it's like, don't you guys get it? Info products don't work. Information's free. You can Google it or YouTube it. You know, you don't have to pay $1,000 for a PDF to learn how to get leads. Okay, I promise you that. You don't have to buy $1,000 PDF to do that. And another thing that I see that I'm sure you love is I see all these, you got to hustle 24/7. If you don't, you're not committed. They don't want it enough. And I'm like, really sacrificing your health and relationship in order to like have a successful business? That's not really success in my eyes. I mean, to me, business is a huge part of what I am, but it's not everything. Okay. My business doesn't define me. Okay. If anything, I define my business. And if I lost it all, I'm sure I'd be okay. Like if I lost my business tomorrow, I'd pick myself up, probably do another one or something like that. I'll be fine. And I don't know about you, and I'm just looking at your comments here, but I would love to know. What you guys, are you into the whole 24/7 hustle thing? I'm seeing your comments here, just so you know. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just looking. So yeah. And another one, the aggressive sales techniques. You know how Guru is teaching aggressive sales and snobby persuasion tactics that is just like, did you really get into the business of trying to convince people, or did you get into the business to attract people? Because I had someone today who pitched me on a private message. They pitched me that they were gonna help me do more cold outreach to like cold leads to get them my services. And I was like, look, cold outreach works. I don't dispute it, but it's not my thing. I so much rather just make videos and just get people in my inbox for them to message me, because then they come in a position of power. They come in a position of, I am making this choice, as opposed to when you're cold reaching out to them and you're messaging them and you're initiating it all. They feel like you're pushing them. And I personally believe in the opposite. I believe in just putting out cool content and people coming to me. Kind of like Jess. Jess does it really well with her Facebook Lives. People just come to her inbox right after.
Yeah.
Right?
It's true. I think, again, I think it's James Wedmore who says you've got to be like the lighthouse. You put out the light and you draw people to you, rather than being the tugboat. Because ultimately, if you've got to pull someone into the process, you're going to have to pull them the whole way through.
Exactly.
And then you end up with a client who wants a savior, not to do the work.
I don't do saviors because I don't believe a program can get you out of your misery. It's more about most programs, if I can be honest with you guys, most programs, even what I'm about to share with you, really work the best for people who are already on a growth trajectory. Like if you're already growing and you just want to make that faster, I believe a lot of these programs out there would work for you better than if you were at zero and you can't even start. Like I truly believe that.
Yeah.
And that's why one of the reasons, I see masterminds who just accept anyone and everyone that gives them money. And it's like, wait a minute, you are accepting pretty much every single person on your like high level mastermind that you don't even know for sure you don't even know what their business is. You don't even know what they want. And yet you just accept them. And like, how do you know that they're going to get results? How do they know that they're going to get results? They really don't. And then another thing that I've noticed that I would love to change is I've noticed there's a lot of coaching programs out there that have like thousands of members. And when you go into these private groups, you kind of feel a little bit like a drop in the ocean. You just kind of feel like, hello, does anybody even know my name? Like, do you even know who I am? And I kind of feel like there's a better way of doing this. There's a better way of serving people. There's a better way of getting to know people. And that's why I created, and I wanted to invite you guys to check out the Perry 10K that Jess has been part of, and I've been growing since back from 2015. In a nutshell, what it is, it's a community, a mastermind for influencers and entrepreneurs who have a massive and big important message to share, who are good speakers, and who want to grow through collaboration. They want to grow by helping other people and having support by others too. They're the people that have intention to grow their audience. They want to, I personally prefer to work with people who want to impact millions as opposed to thousands, but no judgment. If you just want to impact 100,000 people, that's pretty cool too, right? But one of the things that makes extremely the Perry 10K is extremely different from everything else out there on so many different levels. It is an exclusive community, highly vetted. We literally we don't accept everybody. The application process is being compared to a job application. Jess, did
Yeah. I did it. I did. I filled in the form.
It is a bit of a job application, really, because I believe in quality over quantity. And yes, originally we started as a Periscope group, which is why the name Perry 10K. But eventually we evolved into a fully fledged mastermind for entrepreneurs, and now we do Facebook, Instagram. We do all social media. If you could call us what our community is about, it's about growth through social media.
Yeah.
it's not about Periscope anymore. It's not even just about live streaming. Like, we have so many other stuff that we support each other that has nothing to do with live streaming. Firstly, it's very generous in comparison to all other programs out there. It will not cost you arms and legs to be part of that and to get results. Oh, second of all, it is super highly curated, and you will know that the people in there are equally as invested as you are. Right now, we have over 100 members, probably from 10 different countries, and I don't really want any more than another 100 or something. So you're definitely, you're not definitely going to feel clustered with too many people there. Now, thirdly, we have a daily show called the Share-a-thon on Facebook Live, Periscope, and Instagram, where we come together and we get a piece of all of our followers. If you're starting from scratch, you get to benefit from our network. Let me ask you this. Remember the 390,000 people reach earlier that we talked about? Remember that. If you missed that, you may want to go check out. But what I said was that if you go 3 times a week on Facebook Live or anywhere and you reach 10 new people with a broadcast, that means you can reach 390,000 people a year. That's only 3 times per broadcast, 3 times a week per broadcast, reaching 10 new people. That's like a 5-minute broadcast even. Well, what if we were able to help you reach on average 200 people per broadcasts? Like, what would that do for that number? If you do a live video twice a week on our daily show, that's 200 times 52 weeks in the year, times 250 people that each of us know that you don't know. That's 2.6 million people we can help you reach with your message in a whole year. 2.6 million through the share-a-thons because of the power of the share circle. Now, if you're a bit lazy and you can't do it twice a week and you just only want to do it twice a month, that's still 200 times 12 months times 250 people that you didn't know before. That's 600,000 new people. Twice a month. Is it worth jumping on twice a month on a live video for 10 minutes? And that's exactly what we do on that share-a-thon. We come together, 6 speakers, 1 topic, for 10 minutes each, come together and share their perspective around a topics about personal transformation, business transformation, or health. Usually we have those 3 themes. And what happens is people share each other's broadcasts, and because the topic is really niche, you only really end up with people in a similar niche, so their followers are relevant to you. So we share each other's followers and we help each other grow. It happens Monday to Friday, twice or 3 times a day. So we have plenty of spots every week, and it happens on Facebook, Periscope, and sometimes Instagram. The key is you get to benefit from our members network and you get to bring our followers. A lot of our members have worked really, really hard to build communities of over 10,000 people. So for them to come in and support you and share with you, that can really, really help your growth as well. And that's a faster growth for you. And even if you already have a big following, the key is to maintain that relevance and to continue to grow. If you've grown 50,000 followers and you stay at $50,000 followers for 6 months, that's really not growing. And people are going to notice that, and they're going to feel like, wait a minute, why is this message not growing? Is it not important enough? So let me ask you this. How much would you have to pay to reach 2.6 million people? Like, how much would you have to pay? Think about Facebook ads. How much would you have to pay in Facebook ads to reach 2.6 million people? And then I'll tell you what a PR agency costs. One of my friends who has a PR agency charges $5,000 a month for PR. It's not cheap, but that's what you get in Perry 10K. Now, one thing that people always ask me is, do I need to have experience with live stream? You don't have to need experience with the platforms like Facebook Live, Instagram, Periscope. It's totally fine if you're new to those. We will train you on them, but you must be good at speaking. You must have a powerful message to share. You must be a good communicator already. If you don't believe in yourself and in your message, it's just not going to work. And then another cool thing we have that is totally unrelated to the live stream is we have the Perry 10K blog. And you could actually write for a Perry 10K blog and get backlinks to your site. Great for your SEO, for your visibility as an author, and promote your offers, your books, your courses, anything you want to promote in there, you're welcome to. Right now, we have about 10,000 visitors a month that come to our website, and I constantly drive paid traffic to there. So believe me, any paid traffic that I pay for, you get to benefit from as well. So if you have ideas around personal transformation, business transformation, or health, we love to have those on the Perry 10K blog. And then I have, for any newbies out there, I have lots of live stream trainings. One training that I'm creating for you that you're going to have there is called Your First Time Going Live with Confidence. And it's all about getting your confidence up to speed slowly but surely, and making sure that you are actually showing up powerfully. And there's so many video trainings there from me that if you're new, you won't feel like, oh my God, I feel inadequate. And then another training that I have in there is I have a training called, it's a very popular training of mine called Ace Your First 1,000 Fans to Freedom. So if you're brand new to online, this is really, really perfect for you to go through first. In fact, I would recommend you do Ace first, then you jump on the share-a-thons, and then you start doing the live streams, because Ace is really, really comprehensive on how to attract, how to convert, and how to expand your following to actually monetize it. I'm big on building big audiences, big following, and then monetizing that following just by going live. I am not a big fan of cold reach, and I like people coming to me, and that's what I want to teach you. And we have a little guest with us in the broadcast. Hi.
Max has arrived.
I know.
Has decided to come live.
Was he a bit uneven, a little bit uneasy?
Yeah, well, no, he just loves being live. But the only reason he likes being live is because he likes looking at himself.
Oh my God.
He's like, I'm not interested necessarily in anything else going on. I just like looking at myself in the camera, and now he's being all shy. He's like, oh
my God. That is so fun. So fun. Another thing we have in there, we have some expert trainings that are, there's a lot of places that you go in and there's like bonus trainings, but they're like pitches, they're like hidden pitches to other people's stuff, and it sucks. In my expert training sections, I actually have people coming in and doing a full-on masterclass that is like pitch free. Like, I do full-on masterclasses that are incredible. People share stuff that they have other people pay them for. One of the trainings I have in there is, you can see at the top, we have a training by your one truly, Jessica Lorimer, on how to convert 90% or more of your discovery calls. So if you haven't had success with your discovery calls, I'm telling you, I used her training, and let's just say that I had a really smashing success with her closing techniques. And I landed a really, really big client in the high 5-figure mark because of her strategy. There's trainings on how to design your course, how to write a book, how to connect with influencers, how to write copy. There's so many trainings in there that are highly, highly relevant for any online entrepreneurs out there. And anything that you want to learn about, I just bring it. I just have such an amazing network of people that I can bring anyone people want, and to deliver any training that they want. And you have access to these trainings the moment you set foot in the door. Like, those trainings are there for you, waiting for you. You can even consume all of them and be like, oh my God, you can go through them, and they're not like super long. They're probably about an hour each, and they're really, really incredible. Some of my favorite on there are Money and Pricing Strategies by Justin Crane. Justin, I think he's now reached a stage where he's making 7 figures in recurring revenue. And Justin has this amazing technique that he teaches you how to price your products in a way that people always choose the more expensive option. You know how sometimes you put 3 choices on, and then people always choose the cheapest one? That training itself taught me how to create my products and pricing so that people always choose the more expensive option. It's actually really incredible. And then the other one that I always refer people to is how to design an e-course students love. There's a lot of trainings out there on how to create your course, but this one is different because Lindsay focuses on how to create an experience that your students will actually love and get results from. Because if you can do that, they're actually going to get results and they're actually going to become advocates. They may even become affiliates, who knows? So we have such incredible trainings there. And Jess, I think it's fair to say that on our training at the end, I actually cried because I was so blown away by what you were sharing that I actually cried. Remember that?
I do remember that. It was moving. You basically did Titanic.
But it's true. I did Titanic. But really, anything that people need, I bring it. And I promise you, after like when you have access to all these trainings, you will never have to buy another info product ever. You just want. And then of course we have a secret Facebook group. It really sucks when you get in a program and there's thousands of people in there. Ours is kind of small, and I'm very active in there. I answer pretty much every single question, and it's not a million members community, and it's only like 2 years old. Well, only when I say only, I mean like it's 2 years old. So you will not feel like a drop in the ocean in Perry 10K because we really, really get to know each other and we get to spend time together. I mean, I have one Perry 10K member coming to stay with me in Malta for a week this Saturday. And then Jess is coming to stay in Malta with me for like a few weeks. So I have, and Beth is coming, my client Beth that I shared with you at the very beginning, she's coming at the end of October. So we are so close that we take those relationships offline and we make the effort to do it. Another thing we do that's quite cool is any of you wants to grow their Instagram here, if Instagram is a platform of choice for you, type in Instagram, because we have those really cool Instagram pods where we come together and we like and comment on each other's posts to boost each other's visibility and get more followers on Instagram, which is really, really cool. And then we also match you with an accountability partner if you want one. I'll match you with somebody on a similar level in your business, someone with similar goals, similar aspirations, so that you can actually get things done, because I think that's important. And finally, we also do once a month, we come together on Zoom, kind of like this, and as a mastermind, and we really just help each other. And I'm there present 3-4 hours long sometimes on these mastermind calls. You can ask me anything, and I don't hold back at all. They're so valuable for people. They've been able to create products through them, find new clients, find new JV partners. It is some of the stuff that come, and Jess, because she has in her Dottie, she has her group call. She knows that the power of people coming together. Just when you can see somebody else's perspective on your work, it just makes such a huge difference. And it's not going to cost you the $5,000 a month that people like Beth pay me to work one-on-one with me. This is just literally you can jump on the group calls and ask me anything you want anytime. And finally, I always like to brag about my members, but can I just say best-selling authors, TEDx speakers, award-winning entrepreneurs, really, really the top leaders in their industry. I have one honorary member that has over 1 million subscribers on YouTube. I have an honorary member with over 30,000 people in his Facebook group. I have multiple 7-figure businesses in there. Like, this is not the group that you join if you're new to everything. This is a group that you join if you know you're the best in your industry. And you'll be surrounded by other people that are the best in the industry. And I truly believe that Jess Lorimer is the best sales coach that I know out there. And I always say that. I always say that, right?
Yeah.
I don't just make it up. I don't just make it up to make it sound cool. I'm really passionate about helping change makers because I know that if they grow their audience, they can grow their impact. And whether you're an offline or an online entrepreneur, whether you're just starting out, if you know you are the real deal, you will get results. You'll get accountability, audio, video trainings, mastermind calls, exposure on the show. But most of all, you get to be part of a community of extraordinary people. And I think extraordinary people rub on each other. And if that sounds, I wanted to make it the easiest yes for you. I worked really, really hard to make this super, super affordable and to get amazing trainings in there that pretty much are worth more than the Perry 10K itself. And we're not a newbie program. If you just started your business and you have no idea what you want to do, maybe we're not going to be able to help you. But if you're somebody who knows where you're going, you're already on a growing trajectory, then I want you to know that this could be a place for you. And I have so many more stories I can share, but I really don't want to waste your time with that. I want to talk about you because there's so many more testimonials you can read on the page that I'm going to share with you. And myself and the group would be really, really excited for you. Now, just to recap, and here's how actually it works. You can apply. You can submit an application at perry10k.com/join before midnight Pacific tomorrow, Thursday. So Thursday, midnight Pacific is the last time we're accepting applications, the last time for 2017, and I don't know for how long. So you can apply there and you can choose whatever membership you want. And then next week, I'll be coming back with accept or reject, depending on your application. And you can choose. There's a $97 a month option, which is a cancel anytime. Literally, you can start and get all of this for $97. Or you can pay for the entire year. I'd like to say this is the type of membership that if you join for life. So you're welcome to come and dip your toe if you'd like to, but I want to warn you that if you just dip your toe, you're probably not going to get much out of it, because like the same with Jess. Jess was just sharing with you earlier that she had barely anybody leave her membership in the last year because they just know it's the real deal. And because of that, that the Dotties is like the type of community that you join for life, not just one that you join for a month and then leave. So you can join your option. You can choose your option. If you're not sure which one you want, you can totally message me and ask me any questions. But let me give you guys the price. Can I give you the price before I recap everything? Can I give you a price?
Yeah, give us the price, but I have to be off at 18:30. I'm like, I have to say that because I know that otherwise I will forget because I've got a Dottie training.
That's fine. We'll be done. We'll be done before that. Don't worry. So guys, my question to you is, how many people can you reach on a Perry 10K share-a-thon if you reach 200 viewers if you did it twice a month? If you average 200 viewers. And let's see who's here and who's still listening. Who's here and who's still listening. How many people can you reach on a Perry 10K share-a-thon if you did 200 on average and you did it twice a month? If somebody guesses that, you get a prize. 600,000 is the correct answer, Ariana. Ariana was first.
Ariana, you're a winner.
Ariana, you're a winner. Good job. Good job. I'm gonna send you a message, or actually you PM me. I'm just gonna comment on there on my phone. PM me. PM me so you can claim your prize. And if you apply today, you will also get that training for free anyway. You will get it in if you apply. But Ariana, even if you don't apply, you're still going to get it. So if you heard from Jess, make sure you let me know in the application so that I know that you heard from Jess, so that I can track where people are coming from. And very, 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 very excited. Now, just to recap very quickly, because Jess has to go, so we're not going to keep her. And if you guys have any question, you're welcome to private message me after. So here's what you get. Daily exposure through the share-a-thon that you can participate as little or as much as you want. Trainings about live streaming, guest expert training on marketing, finances, speaking, online courses, an incredible mastermind of some of the most inspiring individuals you're ever going to meet, highly curated, application only, monthly calls and support, amazing bonuses, guest blogging opportunities on the blog post, and then accountability partners. And I truly believe Perry Tank is everything you need to create the live streaming success for your business and to utilize video for your business. It's not a community you join and then you just go, oh, there's nothing else for me to do. There's always something growing. So tomorrow's the last chance to join for 2017. The application link is right there for you. And if you have any questions, or Jess, if you want to jump in or say something while you have 7 minutes, well, you can finish in 2 minutes so that you have time.
I actually have a Q&A with the Dotties. So because we do live weekly Q&As with the Dotties, but if you guys have any questions on it, please pop your questions in the thread or message Katya. I don't want to blow Katya's inbox up because I know what it's like during launch when you are getting a million questions, because I'm having the same thing. So pop them in the thread. Katya can answer them, because ultimately when we share questions and we all get the answers, it can help somebody else make the decision too.
Sure.
Okay, so if you do have questions, pop them in the thread, make it nice and easy. And obviously, I just want to say thank you so much for coming in and giving us your gold. Like, I so appreciate that. You know I do. And it's been amazing, like genuinely really, really amazing. So hopefully everyone is going to be able to live stream like a boss now, because we have had the queen of live stream.
Oh, bless you. I really hope. It doesn't even matter if I see you in my other mastermind or not. If you implement the Guild script, my content hamburger formula, and my mindset tweak that I gave you, I believe that's going to propel you so much forward. You're not even going to recognize yourself. I truly believe that. And I really hope it has been useful for you guys too. And let me just stop this. Let me stop sharing this. So yes, you guys, if you have any questions, you can let me know. It's perrytank.com/join. Yes, I am so grateful that you had me on. I really, really appreciate that I could share this with them as well. And I'm just so proud to know that that you're in there and that you're coming to visit me. I couldn't be more excited.
I can't wait. We'll be live streaming from Malta. We'll be live streaming your impending boob job.
Who wants to see the boobs formation?
Yeah.
Yep.
We'll make that hashtag.
Yep, we will do.
Amazing.
So guys, if you have any questions, I will absolutely answer afterwards. So thank you, Ariana, Heather, Marcy, Bernadine. Thank you so much for coming. Let's let Jess go because she has a call in 4 minutes and she wants to have her Zoom back. But I really appreciate you for having me, and I hope that you just took something away from this free training. And if live streaming is something you want to take forward, I'm here.
Exactly. Thank you so much. And thank you for providing all your gold. And thank you for sharing everything. And thanks for having Perry 10K. Loving. Oh dear. Right, guys, we are going to be off. If you want to watch the rest of the training, or you missed out on some of this training, please go back and watch the replay within the next 24 hours, because it will be coming down and it will go into the Dotty Vault, and you will not have it in here after that point. Okay, so please make sure that you have got everything screenshot that you need to have screenshot, because once it's gone and it's not coming back. All right, have wicked afternoons, evenings, mornings, wherever you are, and I will see you really soon.